DJ. Sifuna. Nani ako na maji tafadhali anipatie? Nani ana maji bwana? Nani ana maji hapa? Nani anauza maji? Ako wapi? Nani anauza maji? MC Sifuna atakufa bro. DJ tupe mziki basi. Utaniletea maji. DJ tupe mziki. Karibu.
DJ Spider-Man.
Starboy wago. Salale.
Continued coverage here on K24 as we bring you live pictures from Western Kenya, Bungoma County to be precise, where the Linda Mwananchi Brigade is actually making a grand entrance in regards to the former Secretary General of the ODM party and Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna, who is making a grand entrance in Bungoma. We are calling it the Grand Homecoming. Here in studio, of course, we continue to make sense of the events in this political scene. Joachim, let me ask you a question. Initially, when all this started, there was a debate on whether we could actually sustain this momentum, and some people say the moto ya magazeti. Is it still the same?
Kama umeleta kuni. It is no longer moto ya magazeti. Well, what I see, because from a distance, all they need to do to maintain this is deal with their small egos within their team, because it's a team that has very ambitious people, and when you are in one place at the same level with a lot of ambition, then it can threaten the existence of that organization. But if they manage their differences and their egos, I think they are good to go. Okay. Yes. Babu,
initially, Linda Mwananchi was just a faction within the ODM party that was a little bit reluctant when it comes to supporting President William Ruto's re-election. Right now, it has become what some people are calling a third force in the race to 2027. Did they see themselves coming out like this?
I think what I would say is Linda Mwananchi have had the advantage of acceptance from the people over time, and I think that is credited to the fact that they speak the language which Kenyans are willing to listen to. They talk to the issues of cost of living, health, education, and all that. But if you look at the leadership within Linda Mwananchi, I would say that most of them were not expecting it to be as big as it is, and it has gotten them by a shock. And I would say that they are readjusting to fit in, but something that is coming out clearly is that they have to deal with the issue of protocol, because that is where the problem is likely to come from. So yesterday there was an issue. There was an issue of protocol. So this protocol thing must be addressed before it kills the momentum. Yeah.
What will be the protocol that should be observed from your perspective?
You know, Linda Mwananchi, they are the founders. They are those people who are there from the beginning, the likes of Babu Owino, Orengo, Edwin Sifuna, and many other people. And then of course there are those who joined in later. And you listen you saw the slight fracas in Kitale yesterday, where Babu was saying that was telling Governor Tembea to avoid the issue of protocols and let him talk. You know, at the end of the day, they have to define who are the principles of Linda Mwananchi and who are the core principles, if there is, and who plays which level, so that we don't, so that we do away with this issue of this person wakes up today and says that I'm the party leader, so and so the deputy party leader. The other one goes on the other side and says, oh, there's nothing of such. The other person comes up and says, we are putting up a party, and these positions have been reserved for these areas. So I think Linda Mwananchi going forward, them being united is very critical. Their unity is more important for us more than any other thing, because the moment they break, that will mark the genesis of troubles. So they have to come out clear on who is the principal and what role is everybody playing. And if they have a party, they have to make it clear so that Kenyans can get to know where we're heading to. And just on that, you know, Kangata joined Linda Mwananchi in Thika, but we've seen Kangata retreating back home and is now officially a DCP member. And Babu Owino, Edwin Sifuna, James Orengo are, I would say, remnants of ODM. They've been members of ODM over time, but they are yet to establish to bring out a party that they would say that this is our party. So these people who are following them, there's a question I keep asking. I think I asked you the other time. When all this is done and dusted, where are these people going to? That's a question that needs to be answered by Linda Mwananchi as soon as possible. Okay. You see, the beauty of working around Raila, regardless of coalition that it would take you into, is that out of 100 people in Israel, 99 of them were members of ODM. So at the end of the day, they will just go back to ODM, whether life membership or membership by association, whatever it is. So this Linda Mwananchi thing, it's a very strong faction, it's a very strong alliance, but they need to put out a specific house so these people can now start mobilizing into that house. Okay. Yeah.
Joaquin, what would be, because parties most of the time, and I don't know whether in this country we have that, where, you know, parties are defined by the ideologies that they actually, you know, stand on and believe in. If this was to become a political party, like it has been indicated before, that it will actually transition into a political party as opposed to just a movement, what will be one of the things that you are looking at and, you know, saying, okay, this is one of the things that is bringing them together, this could actually be what will define the Linda Mwananchi?
What is more likely to be the ideology is it has something to do with the defending of human rights. It's a social justice movement. I think that is, they are big on that. Yeah. Other than that, I can't think of anything.
Is that enough though?
Yeah?
Is that enough?
No, it's not. I said it's not. It's not enough. It's it's not enough because it's a symptom of a bigger problem. When you see a regime killing people, something is pushing them. And so the ideology, you have to actually diagnose the problem. And they don't have to do it. They just have to look at what we are saying. We have diagnosed the problem. What we have as Sifuna party is that there is no party that can come up with an agenda that will not touch on what we have. You cannot. Like, for example, if you say, as a party, you will provide free education, the following question is, how? In your explanation of how you are going to provide it, you have to talk about the agenda that we have. So, in terms of agenda, they should not even worry about it. We have it.
You have the blueprint. Another question that I think I asked Babu in regards to whether some of these particular individuals have been propelled to a bigger limelight. To some extent, you are looking at Governor James Orengo. He's the first-time governor of Siaya County, who will have gone for a second term. I don't know if he wants to go for the presidency. I've seen his people actually calling on him to do the same. You see Babu Owino, he wanted to be Nairobi governor. There's an Infotrack poll and TIFA that has actually been placing him as one of the individuals that could actually be considered for presidency. Edwin Sifuna, we might have been forgiven to think that maybe he wanted to go for a second term as senator, and I know you guys want to replace him there. But right now he's looking for something bigger. When they were starting, did they see themselves catapulted to this big stage that they're right now actually being considered as maybe a third force in the political scene?
Why they say that one day in Kenya, in politics, is a very, very long time. Very long time. Don't even talk about 90 days. Just one day, 24 hours. You can go to bed today and wake up tomorrow and find William attending the Mwananchi rally. What will you do about it? So what I would say is most of them, as starting off, they didn't expect it. And for Babu Owino, he's been insisting that he is running for governor of Nairobi County. I've not heard him talk about presidency, save for 2032 going forward, but he's been constantly saying that he will be running for Nairobi governor. For James Orengo, his lieutenants have been talking about presidency, and of course taking over the Raila Odinga base in Nyanza. For Edwin Sifuna, when he came over, people didn't, he himself, I don't think if he was very well, prepared for what is happening right now. But now you see, like my brother said earlier on, that it's all about politics of acceptance. The people have accepted that Sifuna can take the mantle, and going forward, they are looking at him beyond Nairobi politics, and they are looking at it nationally. And the reason why is being looked at, sometimes you can put yourself in a situation that you don't even know. Sifuna has been outside there talking about issues, national issues, not only Nairobi County issues, but national issues. And it's from that point that people started feeling like this guy can be an alternative to what Raila was, as we all know that Baba exited. So maybe he himself, he wasn't ready for what is happening. But now you see people have accepted him, people are embracing him, and people are now pushed. It is now within the powers of the people to give him directions. And like Rigiji would put it, a smart leader is one who looks at the situations and look at where people are going, and you go ahead of them and lead them in that direction. Because possibilities are that people might know where they want to go, but there is no one amongst them courageous enough to stand ahead and lead. So Sifuna, right now, the only thing he has to do is to be sure, be extremely sure where Kenyans are going. Okay. And then just stand ahead of them and move that direction.
Okay, move that direction.
Yeah.
Joachim, it has been argued before that if crowds could make presidents, then Raila Odinga would have been one. He had enjoyed quite a massive support in the country, pulls huge crowds. And some people look at this and analyze and say, okay, so Linda Mwananchi is pulling crowds, but that cannot be translated to votes. The United Opposition leaders are pulling crowds, but that cannot be translated to votes. How does this number of individuals who are rallying behind the different political figures who want to be presidents in this country, the Kenyans that are rallying behind oppositions be translated into a voting bloc and not just people that will be chanting one term or two term?
You have to inspire hope, and people should believe you that you are actually, you have to understand the question of the election, and people should see you as the answer to that question. So if we are talking about the economic turmoil of the people, how are you an answer to that question? So that's why in most cases you find that despite the effort you've put in, you do not emerge as a leader because you did not actually package yourself fully to answer the question of the people. And that has become a very big challenge for so many people who have had aspirations to be leaders in this country and across even the African continent. So all I tell the Kenyan people, do not lose the sight of the ball. Our agenda is for ourselves as the people of Kenya, so that we get a government that can enjoy both of the worlds. So let us get a government that will make the effort worthwhile. As we dance in these rallies, as we chant these names, let us not chant the names that will that we will later on vilify because they have not performed. Let us do our own evaluation. How able is this particular candidate to solve our problem? And then let us support them.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Babu, how do we make the right decision? There's quite a number of individuals that would like to replace President William Ruto. Some people have looked at it and argued, okay, you need to be careful as a citizen not to replace William Ruto one with another William Ruto to some extent, because you risk doing that. There are so many individuals that want to be president in this country that have thrown themselves into the ring. Talk of your party leader, that is Rigathi Gachagua, Jimmy Wanjigi from Safina, you know, what you're seeing right now on our screen, Kalonzo Musyoka. All these individuals are eyeing the presidency. What is it that Kenyans should be looking at, you know, honestly and openly to be able to gauge who is a good candidate? Because to some so that after 2 years we are not on the streets again chanting somebody should actually go.
You know, chanting somebody should go. I think is something that is within the powers of I would say the president at time, because you see, like my brother said, and we agreed earlier on before, that the issues that are at hand are very critical, and everybody knows them. Today we are talking about Sifuna being a potential presidential candidate, and my brother has mentioned here that there is nothing anybody can come on board with in terms of manifesto that they have not touched on. I agree. I've listened to what Jim Wanjigi talks about. I've listened to what my brother and lawyer Piki Pongi talks about. And I've also listened to my brother SG here many times. And if you put together everything they say, and you look at what Rigathi Gachagua keeps talking about, and what the Sifuna faction are talking about, there's no difference. So I would say all that's put together as a manifesto enough to sell to Kenyans. But now, the issue of people coming on board to tell you to go is pegged on the implementation and the period of implementation. And that's why when we go to campaign trails, we tend to take a big risk to say that our main agenda first is to take William Ruto home. We must agree on 3 things. 1, who is coming in to replace William? 2, what is the first agenda that we want to put into place to restore the dignity of this country, which William has actually successfully destroyed? And then 3, after how long? Because the big question that Kenyans are going to ask you, as soon as we take power, is after how long? An administrator, he's been an MP, he's been a deputy president. What have you done? How have you done it? And how much time do you need? That's a conversation that we must have now before elections.
Okay.
If we don't do that, then we are risking to be a situation where William is. Maybe ours might be worse. Because now you see William will be in the opposition and will be adding, atakuwa anaongeza kuni tu. Bwana kuni.
Okay. Do we believe in terms of even consolidating this particular votes and coming together? Because one thing, you've been dismissed as individuals that are being united by the chant of one term. Right now you're saying when we sit down, some of the things that Sifuna is talking about, DCP is talking about, Kalonzo is talking about, that's an agenda enough to actually take the head of states home. Why is it that we don't seem to read that particular unity, and to some extent it's being treated like a very delicate thing, that the unity might not actually be sustained until the 2027 politics?
Well, the sustainability of the unity depends also on individuals, individual contribution. I mean, we are waiting for presidency. Everybody must contribute.
When we talk about contribution, what are we looking at?
Contribution in the sense that we must galvanize our bases. Kenyan politics is done on coalition building. And when you talk about coalition building, you must come with a strong base enough to add into the voting bloc. What Sifuna is now doing in the western region is just doing a galvanization of the entire bloc, so that when he comes to the table, we are assured of about 4-5 million votes in the western. Rigiji today is galvanizing the entire Mlima, and he's been doing so over time. And he's committed, and you've heard him say that he is very sure that he will come to the table with at least 7 million bloc votes on the table. And in fact, let me tell you, the conversation around who becomes the presidential candidate is not only going to be around the principles alone. Even Kenyans themselves will be given an opportunity to contribute into that conversation. Who do you think is fit? Who do you think is fit enough to be the flag bearer? So that we don't have a situation where people will go and sit down in a corner and coerce themselves